Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Valentina. I'm a makeup lover and I like to test makeup products. In today's video, I'm going to test a new blush, and I have this one by Dior. This new Dior Forever Blush Soft Filter. It's what I have on my skin right now. I'll show you how it applies, what the finish looks like, and if it's really blurring on acne-textured oily skin. So if you're curious to know whether this new blush is worth it and you wanna find out more, then keep on watching. For my foundation today, I'm going to use this new Natasha Denona Hy-Glam foundation. I've used it for the first time in my last video, and I did a wear test for more than 12 hours. And as a little update in my last video, I have to say that this foundation doesn't last on my skin. I've tried it with my favorite primer, with my favorite setting spray, and it looks good on my skin for a few hours. So this one has a very nice natural finish on the skin. My skin looks very good up close when I have this foundation on. But sadly, it doesn't last on my skin. I'll keep trying it. Maybe this one will work best on my skin in the colder months, who knows. I feel like if you have dry skin, you will love this foundation. But on my oily acne texture skin, looks good for a few hours. So this was my little update about this foundation since my last video. But if you wanna see the full review for it, with the wear test, I highly recommend you to check my last video. For my concealer today, I'm going to use this one by McGrath Labs. This Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer. I also use it as my eyeshadow base. Very pretty finish with this concealer. It's been a few years since I've tried it, and now I like what I see. I bought it again to try it for my wedding day, because I've had some problems with my Natasha Denona Hy-Glam concealer. This concealer was my favorite for a few years, but it's been a long time since I used it. But I really like what I see right now. I'm going to test it in the next days, and if I like it, I'll use it on my wedding day. And I don't know what's happening with my Natasha Denona Hy-Glam concealer. It looked weird on my under eyes in the last days, so I have to find something else fast. And I remember liking this concealer very much. So I'll let you know in my next videos if I still like this one, and if I used it on my wedding day. Next, I'm going to test my new makeup product. This new Dior Forever blush. This is the only new makeup product of today's video. And for all of the other makeup products that I use, I already have a first impressions video here on my channel, but I'll just give you some updates for these products if I have any. This is how the packaging looks. Very nice glass bottle. This feels luxe. So, this is the new Dior Forever Blush Soft Filter. It's the first Dior liquid blush with a whipped, airy texture that covers the complexion in a cloud of color. Instant filter effect. Finish. Radiant matte finish, cloud skin effect. Texture. Airy and whipped for a second skin feel. Coverage. Buildable. Skincare. Infused with hyaluronic acid, 24 hours of hydration. Shades. 10 buildable shades, revealing the perfect nude makeup look for a variety of skin tones. It was made in France, but I cannot find the shelf life for this one. I got it in the color 01. Petal. Let's see how is the color. I'm going to apply some on the back of my hand. And this is the shade Petal. Very pretty color. And the formula feels very nice. I like this whipped texture. It's scented but it's very subtle and pretty. Now, let's try it on my skin. I'm going to apply it on this side of my face first. I have large pores, so let's see if this is blurring on my skin. I'll start with a very small amount. Oh, it's pigmented. Okay, a little goes a long way. I'll try to apply just a small amount. And this is how it looks with another layer. I try to not be heavy-handed because that's what I like to do. So this is how my skin looks with and without this blush on. I used like 2 dots, but I feel the need to apply a little bit more for you guys because I want you to be able to see the color better. So I'm going to add just a tiny bit more. And this is the result with a little bit more on. It still looks very natural on the skin, so it's nice that the formula is buildable. Now let's apply it on this side too. I'll start with 2 dots, and I want to use this sponge. Okay, so if you have large pores like me, the best way to have a blurring finish with this blush is to apply it using a sponge. Because on the brush side, it doesn't look too blurry, and I like the finish more on the sponge side. I'm not going to apply another layer because I like how it looks right now on my skin. But the formula is buildable, so you can apply as much as you like without any problems. So this is how this new Dior blush looks on my skin, applied with a brush on this side and applied with a sponge on this side. I love this color on me, and I'm sure I can make it look more intense if I add more, because the formula is buildable, but I try to not be heavy-handed, so I'll keep it like this for today's video. I feel like the best way to apply it on the skin, if you have large pores like me, is by using a sponge, because on the brush side, it doesn't look too blurry. So for now, I love the color, and I love how it looks on my skin. But I want to give you my final impressions about it at the end of the video after I finish my makeup, because I'm curious to see if I will still see the blush after my powders. Now I'm going to set everything in place, and for my powder today, I want to use again this one by Dior. This new Dior Forever Nude Matte Filter. I already have a first impressions video for this powder here on my channel. As a little update is that first impressions video for this powder. I have to say that I like it, but it's not the most natural looking powder on the skin. And if I'm not careful and I apply a little bit too much, it can look heavy and cakey on my skin. It's a good blurring and mattifying powder, but it's not very natural on the skin. First, I'll make sure to get rid of the creases. Now look at the side with the powder on. It can move the makeup base underneath if you are not careful, so I don't know what to say about this powder. My skin looks very nice from afar with the powder on, but up close it looks heavy and clings to the dry patches. And I get the same result if I apply it with a brush. Now my dry patches are emphasized. My skin looks heavy and cakey up close, so I would say that this powder is not amazing. But I'll test it more and I'll keep you updated about it. For bronzer, I'm going to use this one by Lancôme. This Sea Skin Transforming Bronzer. I love the color of this bronzer and the matte finish. I feel like I can still see the blush on my skin, so I'm not going to apply a powder blush on my skin today. But I'm going to apply highlighter, and for today I'm going to use my favorite by Dior. Now I'll move on to the eye makeup, and for my eyeshadow palette today, I'm going to use this one by Charlotte Tilbury. This new Charlotte's palette of Beautifying Eye Trends in Super Neutral. I'm going to start with this color all over my eyelids. Now I'm going to use this color. Some on my lower lash line. And I'm going to use this color as eyeliner. And my favorite from this palette is this gorgeous shimmer shade. For mascara, I'm going to use this Diorshow Overvolume mascara. Mascara is on. And on my lips, I'm going to use this MAC lip liner in the color Cool Spice. This MAC lip liner is not long lasting, and to make it last all day on my lips, I like to apply a little bit of setting powder on top. And I think that's everything. This is the finished makeup result. I like my makeup, but I would love to know your opinion. So let me know in the comments if you like the finished makeup result. Now, final impressions for my new blush. This one by Dior. I don't find it to be too blurring on the skin. And on my acne-textured skin, I find it to look better applied with a sponge. On the brush side, it settled into my pores. For now, I don't find anything crazy about this blush. I love the color, the whipped texture, and the buildable formula. But I want to see if it's long-lasting. Because if it's long-lasting, I will definitely be using it on my wedding day. So I will test it more, and I'll update you about everything in my next video. But guys, let me know if you have this blush and if you like it. And let me know what other makeup products we're going to test next. But that's everything for today. I hope this video is helpful and I hope you like it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And subscribe for more honest makeup reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!